With Tomb Raider celebrating its 30th anniversary in 2026 and the incredible new announcement, I am back in the hype. At the Game Awards in December 2025, 2 new Tomb Raider titles have been announced. This inspired me to look back and dig out my old Lara Croft fan art from 2018. Back then, I thought I was at the absolute peak of my artistic abilities. Looking at it now, years later, all I see is a lot of room for improvement. In the years after this one, I actually haven't drawn as much as I wanted to, but I still believed I can improve this by a lot now in 2026. So join me as I redraw it and find out. And while we watch the new drawing come to life, I wanted to take some time to talk a little about my own Tomb Raider journey. The very first Tomb Raider game that I played was back in 2013 when the reboot series came out. I got an Xbox 360 for my birthday, originally for a completely other game, but Tomb Raider just kinda came with it, and my dad didn't realize this was kind of an adult game that was only playable for 18 plus people while I was just 13 at the time, so I decided to eventually give it a try. And once I gave it a try, I was absolutely blown away. I've never played a game like this before. I only grew up with Nintendo consoles and I just had my own DS and all that. But I never played such an elaborate and also kind of scary game at that time. I have to say, Tomb Raider 2013 is actually quite brutal and can be a little scary sometimes, especially when you're just 13 years old. But that made it kind of even more interesting to me because it felt so new and almost forbidden to play it, especially since I was quite young still. However, after that, I took a little break from gaming, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider was actually the game that brought me back into it. When Shadow of the Tomb Raider came out, I kind of remembered that I loved the first part of the reboot series, and so I started watching a Let's Play, and quickly again I realized I am just absolutely in love with this game series. That eventually caused me to buy another Xbox because this was only playable for the new Xbox One at that time. And so a couple days after, I actually bought a used Xbox One from GameStop, as well as the new Shadow of the Tomb Raider. And very quickly, this game grew on me just as much as the first one. I was now a few years older, and it wasn't as scary anymore, but it was still as interesting. I absolutely fell in love all over again. And that eventually led me to also playing Rise of the Tomb Raider, which at the time I kind of skipped due to the fact that I wasn't really playing many games, and also I kinda just put my Xbox 360 away for some reason. And only now with the remasters of the old Tomb Raider series from 1 to 6, I finally discovered the old game, and I have to say, as clunky as they are and as old as they still look, I actually really do enjoy them. And I would have probably never given them a try if I never played the first one, or Shadow of the Tomb Raider in the first place. So this is why this series actually means quite a lot to me, and this is why I absolutely wanted to redraw Lara specifically, and I'm actually just so happy and so excited for the new games to come out. What about you? Let me know in the comments below. And here we are. The new piece is finally done, and honestly, I'm quite surprised to see how much of a difference this is. You can see that incredibly well by holding them side by side. The biggest change isn't just a technical skill, it's actually confidence. The confidence to use shadows and creating strong contrasts, a thing that new artists are often afraid to do. So looking at these two pieces is a powerful reminder that improvement isn't always a straight line. The things you learn, the miles you put into your pen, they don't just vanish, they kind of just get stored away, waiting for your next piece. So if you're an artist feeling stuck, find a piece of your own and redraw it. I promise you'll be surprised at how far you've come. And now I want to hear from you. Have you ever redrawn an old piece of art, and how did it turn out? Share your stories in the comments below.